From the main menu, you'd select option 6 to go into the update mode. When you do that, you'll get this. I put this box up here just to give you time to be able to read this. And it doesn't make any difference whether you say yes or no, it's going to go on. So this tells you that you can update by either DAISY ID or you can update it by the VI ID, the VI IDs being the 2-digit ones. So once you press enter, it'll bring you up to here. And it says put in the DAISY user ID number, which would be like 1000 or 203, etc. Or you could leave it blank, and that's what I'm recommending you do right now. So leave it blank and press enter, and you'll get this. It says type the VI user ID number and press enter. So I'm going to type in 64, and I'm going to press enter, and it comes up and gives me the current information about that person. And you can correct things. So for example, I misspelled the person's last name. It's not really this, but it's something else, and I have a start date. If I type that in like this and then press enter, it'll save that information, and when it saves it, it'll take us back to here where we then leave that blank. It says give me the VI ID. We type in the VI ID, press enter, and it'll come up and give me the current information about that person. Now, what I can also do is I can type the word add down here, like it says. So if I want to add another person like Andy Epper, he's also 64. So I want to add another person for ID 64. So I type the word add, and I press enter, and it comes up and says I'm now adding a new legacy ID for VI64. So you fill in the following and press enter. Now, if you really wanted to get out of it, if you weren't serious, you press F2 and it takes you back to the top of this thing. So you fill in the information like this, and then you press enter. It will save the information and then bring you back to here, which says, okay, that was fun. Now start over with either VI or DAISY. So I'm going to leave it blank again, and it comes up and says, okay, give me the user ID, and I type in 64, and it comes up and gives me the information about 64. Now at this point in time, I want to look forward through other 64. So down here, I'm going to do something. I'm going to type the word next. As it says here, if you want to see another ID within 64, or actually the next ID in the database, whatever it would be, it'll come in and give me the next one. So I'm going to type next and press enter, and it takes us to this. It says the next legacy ID for 64 is Andy Epper, so he's the second one for 64. I assume you're going to keep going nexting, so I leave this as next. So if you just press enter or type the word next again, it doesn't make a difference, and press enter, it'll take me to the next person, which happens to be ID 65, and it'll tell me information about that person. If you pressed enter, it'll take me for information 66 or 67, whatever's next in the database. So you keep advancing through the database. So if I pressed enter, it takes me to the next one, which after 65, which is 67. And you can change these things as you want. Or you could press F2 to take me back to the beginning. Or when you're trying to get through with the update, you press F3. I should probably tell you that down here. I'll change that. You press F3, it takes you back to the main menu. Now at the main menu, if you go to the report option, which I guess is 8, I guess. If you go to the report option and list everything, type in all, it'll list all the IDs. And if you scroll down to the last page in that report, this is what you'll see. This is 43 on my printer, and you see all these IDs, and here's the 2 IDs for 64 and the start dates. If you came into this report option, instead of typing the words all, you typed in the user ID that you're interested in, which is, let's say, 64. If I typed in, say, I want to find me information about 64, it will come up and give me this. So it then says, here's the 2 things I've got for 64. So it's a subset of the all report. So that's the way the process works.